All right, so Diana, let's start with few words about you. So there's a lot of participants who have never met you before. Let's share with them a little bit about what you do, where you're from, where you live, just a little bit about that.
Well, I'm Diana. I'm originally from Latvia, but I call myself Diana. I'm confused. I live in
Okay, let's
Ireland.
agree. Let's agree. Your country pronunciation is Diana, but a
Yeah,
lot of Irish people call you Diana. So,
exactly,
what are we
exactly.
going to use tonight?
Let's use
Diana?
Diana. Diana will be
Okay,
fine.
go for it.
Yeah, so I am a visual artist, full-time visual artist now, and a mom of four beautiful girls. I now own my creative business called the Dye Art or the D Art. And yeah, I'm the first live wedding painter in Ireland. And this is something that
Sorry,
I
what did you say? Body painter or
live wedding painter.
live wedding painter? Guys, you've got to mark that live wedding
And
painter.
I'm the first, officially the first in Ireland. So
So
this is
good. You're a pioneer. I love it.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I live in Ireland now for 17 years, and I have my kids. My oldest daughter is 16, and youngest is 7. So yeah.
I'm like blown away, when you say it, you look so young. And yesterday, I think it was Monica sharing that you're accountability partners. And she was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
when I was feeling off after giving birth, I just talked to my accountability partner. And she's like, I've got 4 children. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's
I
so
have
good.
Monica recently now. She joined me as accountability, and we support each other. It's
Love it.
amazing the support we get, and
Love
yeah.
it. So Diana, let's talk a little bit about where you were at, what were your results like before you started the mentorship, and what actually made you decide to invest in yourself?
Yeah, well, before the GIR, I was working in logistics in the office. Yeah, 9 to 5 work. It was pretty good paid job. I was getting nearly 3,000 euros, a month, which wasn't bad. Locally here where I live in Drogheda, and it was a nice place, but I was just not happy. I remember, like my relationship with my husband wasn't great. I had, I hated the job. I had this like tension every time, every Monday.
Yeah,
It was like I hated.
yeah.
Even though it wasn't a bad job, and I like to organize things. I'm a bit of a like both. I'm a bit of creative and organizer.
Mhm.
So I have like the two sides. So I like that part, the organizing and everything else. But I also had 4 children that I never seen, during the week, and I was felt so guilty that I can't really spend time with them as much as I want. And yeah, as I said, my relationship was
Yeah.
not
I can
great as
imagine.
well.
If
Happy.
you were not happy and you were doing what you was not fulfilling, and also you didn't see your children, everything is impacted, right? And your
Yeah,
relationships go
yeah.
first. Did you mention you were bringing 2,000 or 3,000 per month?
2000, yeah, 2000 euros.
3,000. Yeah, so that's a usual, I was on 3,000 net as well. So that's kind of a good salary in corporate world in Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah, for the local, because it's not Dublin. Dublin is normally like here, it's local,
Yeah.
I didn't need to travel. It was actually close to home. I had the laptop, my mobile was paid for. I had everything in that job. So I couldn't really,
Yeah.
I was like, why am I complaining? People would be delighted to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was still not happy. And yeah, my mood was always like low. And yes,
I
this,
can so relate to you. I've been there, done that. And even though on the outside, the finance job was like, oh my God, what do you want? But inside, it's just like, no, I want something better. This is not mine. I love it.
yes, yeah.
Okay, so Diana, let's go right into results. So you've been with us for a while. What are the biggest results that you've accomplished so far from the
Well, the results are well for me. I'm like the money is one thing, but for me, what I find the best is that like I'm happy every day. What I do, like I'm a changed person. I'm more excitable. I feel playful, joyful. My life is full and complete, and my children they live in a different environment. My relationship with my husband improved so much. I now more, I never react. I'm more responding. A lot of the time it's a happy environment. Kids are so happy. my children listening to Bob and Eva every day.
I love it.
And they, like, my kids know that there is no limit. My 16-year-old daughter now, she's in transition year, and she created her own business because she knows mom is doing it. She can do it, no problem. Like, nothing is stopping her. So she's, so she created her business. She won first place in school, and she's now going for Enterprise
What's
Ireland.
what's her business? What does she do?
Oh, she's doing, it's called Cotton Bloom. She created like a organic cotton pads that you can use for the makeup. But not only they're like, the pads that you normally use, they have like a little pocket you can put your fingers in and wipe your,
Oh,
and they're like double.
look at that. And she's what, 16?
Yeah, she's 16.
Wow. I
So
love
she, like,
that.
all the teachers were so excited with her idea, and it's so eco-friendly and stuff like that.
So Diana, so I totally understand, like you're like a different human being, but let's go back to what's changed in the outside world. So let's
Yes,
share
yeah.
a little bit about
So
like
the
what do you
outside
do
world,
right now?
I now paint live at the weddings, and the weddings that my couples customers pay me like from 800 euros and more. So it's normally around 1,000 euros per day. So if I paint 3 weddings, yeah,
Per
if I
day, per day.
exactly 3 weddings a month will give me my salary that I used to earn. So it's really very, very easy. Like it's I before I started TIR, I didn't know I was painting, it was like my hobby, but I wasn't sure how to earn with it because nobody seemed to want my paintings.
Mhm.
And during the TIR, I got this idea. Actually, it kind of came from a different person to me. She's a photographer on the wedding. She said, maybe try weddings. And this how, people will come to you. You manifest people, you manifest things in your life that you just kind of, you wouldn't normally think about them. But the moment I invested, I kind of felt that like things start happening,
Mhm.
money started coming. Actually, I wasn't earning, I was a job seeker for a moment, for a few months, because I needed to see what things, how are they going to work and everything else. My husband got an increase in his wages. We were like, I started getting money from different, I started selling paintings straight away. So now I am full time doing my painting and life painting, and yeah. So
Love it. So listen, you are, first of all, you ditched the corporate employment. You're a full-time artist. What I loved you just shared, not only you do what you love to do, but also you can earn 1,000 per day of doing wedding live painting. By the way, tell me, how does that work? So do you come to the wedding and you paint, or you're part like a guest paint, or how does that
yeah,
work?
so I come to the wedding normally an hour and a half to 2 hours prior the wedding starts. I start painting the back. Actually, there's a painting here.
Show
that
us. I don't know if you can carry, but yeah, you can.
yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is the start that I have created on the day. And then the couple left their initials here as well. But I will be finishing, I will be adding more details, touches in my
Beautiful.
studio. Because actually, I had the wedding yesterday and the day before yesterday. There's another one from yesterday.
Oh my goodness, you are so
Yes.
good. By the way, guys, if anyone is inspired, so Diana is in Ireland and we will pop her business name as well in the description of this. So if anyone, because this is so unusual,
Very,
and
very unique. I know that, couples, and like I'm getting bonuses on the day, presents from the clients. They're very happy with what I do. And it's just, I mean, it's amazing.
love
So
it so
when I
much.
finished, so what I do is, yeah, I come early. I started talking about how it's happening. So 2 hours prior, I start putting the background in, depending on what couple chooses. It's a first dance or normally the ceremony, like in the church or outside. And then, yeah, and then I paint the couple in from, I take few photographs and videos, and then they come up, they leave their strokes if they want. And it's normally six hours I paint on the day, and then I continue in my studio, just add little details, and then I ship it to them.
Love it. So good. I love it so much. So,
Mhm.
so Diana, tell us a little bit about, so you've changed, you basically left corporate, you're doing what you love to do. You're like 1,000 per day. Tell us a little bit about time with your family. What does that look like differently now?
It's so like I have my mornings with kids. We walk, like I drop them to school. We walk, even if I'm doing the wedding, and weddings normally start at 12, after 12-ish, like the ceremony for the wedding yesterday. So and on Friday, I drop my kids to school. We walk them to the beach. I leave them and drop them at school, and then I collect them, so I have time for them. And it's just, I don't know, I can't explain how happy I am that I can spend time with my family. It's just the most amazing feeling for me.
And
Yeah.
the fact that, you're doing what you love to do, I think, I know that this is what got me out of corporate in the first place, to do what I love to do, but not only to do what you love to do, you're appreciated and you're paid very well for it, and you have time freedom. I mean, like, this is like a cake with cherry on top. I love it. How
And see,
beautiful.
before I started TIR, I didn't know, like I didn't even have these ideas. It's the TIR helped me to bring my awareness to the next level.
Yeah.
And I know that when I joined, I was so scared. I didn't like. I think I need to share this because I really my paradigm, and I don't know if you remember, but it really pulled me back. I doubted. I didn't pay in full, which Monica was talking about. You really
Yeah.
need to pay in full because if you don't, your paradigm might pull you out.
Yeah.
That's what I experienced, like turbulence in my body. Like my intuition was telling me one thing, and my brain and paradigms telling me another
Yeah.
thing. I never invested before like that much money in myself, so it was so scary. But because I kind of persisted and I listened to my intuition, I'm so helped. I just so delighted with
So
myself.
happy for you.
And thank you. I mean, yeah, you're doing such an amazing job.
Thank you.
Actually,
So,
after I had this cold feet syndrome, I remember I reached out to you and you calmed me down. I don't know if you remember, we were talking and you introduced magic book
cool.
into my life and gratitude, and that's when things started easing off and my paradigm kind of calmed down.
I love it. Well, it is terrifying when you're changing your whole reality. I mean, look, you changed the method of earning. You went into a business that is not common. It's nearly like perceived that it's easier to become a coach than to do art, right? And to earn very well with art, especially when you've been working in corporate for so long. So I'm not surprised that your whole being was scared, because my goodness, you're changing everything and you have 4 children and it responsibilities. Yeah, so I'm delighted we had this conversation and you stayed and everything worked out for you. So I actually have a couple of questions with regards to, well, first of all, I always love asking about what was actually going through your mind when you were making the decision. So the way your mind tries to stop you and it tells you all sorts of reasons why you shouldn't or why not now. So tell us a little bit, what was your mind telling you and how did you bring yourself to still invest even though your mind was trying to hold you back?
I had all sorts of thoughts, like because I'm from Eastern Europe, I was always kind of beware, maybe it's a scam, maybe something, and I had this like from my father, don't sit in the cars, like, don't listen to the strangers.
I love it.
All this crap in my head, and I'm still up to like I'm better now since I'm in TIR, but like I used to be afraid of everything, every step, like even spending money for like 50 euros, never mind the amount I spent on TIR. So I had all sorts of things, and like, yeah, could it be maybe some spam or something? But I had Agnieszka. She had the result. Like I've seen her. I didn't see her for a while, and then I seen her eventually, and she was like shining.
Mhm.
Agnieszka Kuleses, she's so. I was like, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Oh, you have to meet Eva. She's my coach, and maybe you can talk to her." You did one-on-one calls at that
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
and I remember I booked a call, and I was like, "No, I go. I won't be investing. No, like I don't want to pay money, or I didn't even know how much it was." But when you said how much, I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I was scared because it was so much money, and I don't know. But then when we spoke, I knew with my like intuition told me
Yeah.
yes, she can do it. Like, and you said well, you can do it, and I was like, yeah, I believe her. With my intuition, my head was like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's quite interesting. You have a little bit of the analytical in you, the organizer, but you also have quite a developed creative side, right? So your intuition is very strong. And sometimes when you're like that, it's like a battle, right? It's like, do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it, do it, don't do it. So I'm so happy that you did make the decision coming from your intuition and your future results. So I have a couple of questions that I'm sure our participants might have for you. So, you were quite busy when you joined us, and you had corporate job, you were starting out your business, you have 4 children. There is a lot of women out there and men who are like, I just am too busy to do thinking into results. Can you share a little bit about how that works,
Yeah.
with busy people?
If I'm doing it, you can do it too. I mean, I'm a mom of 4 kids and I still find time. I normally do it all on the go. My routine is I try to, I'm not an early riser. I remember I spoke to you about it and you said you don't have to rise, like, so I wake up when I'm ready.
Yeah,
Not like because I know some people like to wake up early, but I
yeah,
never like. I remember since the moment I tried, but it just didn't work. I felt horrible, so I said no. I will do my routine in the evening. What I do is I just listen. I have all my paradigm shift, my self image recorded, my goal, my everything on the record on the loop. So when I'm walking. What I do is I try to walk to collect my kids from school. So when I'm walking on my own, I listen to my recordings, pick them up, and then we walk back. So it's kind of it's an exercise, and I also like I listen to it also now during weddings. I travel around around Ireland, so I'm
yeah.
listening to the lessons, listening to you. Yeah, so all
I
to
love
the
it.
lectures and
You
lessons.
just put it in your diary and you utilize your time very efficiently. By the way, I'm not an early riser either. And I know there is a huge myth that you have to be an early riser to be successful with business. I don't believe that.
Yeah,
I deeply believe that when you do your routine, so you do your mindset routine and you decide what time you're doing it. I'm not an early riser, but I do it first thing in the morning. Some people choose it in the evening. It doesn't matter. As long as it's done, it's perfect. And as long as you do your daily success habits to lead you
yeah.
towards
I
your
think
goal, you're done.
you have to listen to yourself. Like your
Yeah,
body will tell you what's best for you. And in my
yeah,
case, like that, when I feel happy, I do my routine.
yeah,
If I wake up grouchy and I know that it's not for me, I'm not doing
yeah.
it. I prefer evenings.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's working perfectly, so that's where the mentor comes in. One size doesn't fit all. And when you have a challenge, that's what you bring into our Q and A's, and we figure out how to help you, and then off you go and create miracles. Love it. So Diana, you're in a quite I suppose most of our testimonials or most of our success stories have been from coaches or direct sales clients, and you're representing a very different niche. You are an artist. Can you share for those of us that maybe are watching us and have artistic businesses in mind? Maybe they want to start or they want to grow. What's the value of hiring us and our mentorship for someone who is in the field of art?
Yeah, I mean, when you invest in EVA and CIR, not you are getting this mindset shift. It doesn't matter what job you're doing, what role or what position you're in at the moment. Everything can change. The moment you need to listen to Eva because she really knows her stuff. She's on the level of awareness that 6-figure earner have, and she will give you ideas, or the masterminds that we have in TIR as well will give you ideas. You start once you shift your mental, your awareness, you start attracting people in your life. That it might not be Eva because she's a coach. She helps a lot with coaching and your marketing
Yeah,
materials, but yeah, she couldn't help me but I found the ways. I found the people since I started CIR and I started working on my mental routine and everything. I started attracting people that would help me with what I needed professionally. You know,
Yeah.
so I have both mental and kind of professional side. But I'm doing. Once I invested in CIR, I found a course that I invested in. It's a mastery program as well that I do. I
Mm.
also kind of on the side I have, you know, you start getting nudges, you start finding, like not finding, they will pop up in
You're
front of you.
attracting. Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
will just come to you,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you'll be so surprised. Oh, I was just thinking about it, and you know, like I have crazy things happening. Like Eva's lesson was we were talking about something, then I listened to it, and on the TV in the film, I listened like the same phrase.
I love it.
Yes, my course that I'm doing, you know, the art course, the mastery program, same phrase, like they all, like everything is connected, you know.
Mm.
So if once you invest in yourself, you let yourself, your mind to kind of lift yourself up from the borders, from the, you know, the way we have those shutters like
Yeah.
horses.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Just
like we're
there's
we're
no limits.
it's like we're driving through a fog and we don't see what to do next. But when we start programming our mind for what we desire, it's like the fog subsides and we start seeing clearly. Just want to mention something. I love that you mentioned masterminding. So masterminding is 1 hour per week brainstorming session with our clients in your field or similar field. So we actually have a creative entrepreneur mastermind connecting creative entrepreneurs in art or writers together. And if you have some unusual business, we probably, that we may not have specific group for, we have a group of entrepreneurs that may be even in slightly different business than yours, but they have the wealth of entrepreneurship experience to help you to move to the level of your goal. And just what you said, Diana, I tell you, one of my clients, he was playing volleyball, like national level volleyball. And I was like, how the heck am I going to help him? I don't have no clue about volleyball. But I knew one thing. I knew how to program his mind for what he wanted, and he was winning medals, in Olympics. And I was like, oh my God. And it's the same with you. I remember when I met you, there was my paradigm in the way which said, how are you going to help an artist? Now it's just like, I don't need to know. I just teach you how to program your mind for the results you want, and you attract everything you need. And that's why it's so beautiful to watch how this mentorship program works for any business you have. Like, really, this is goal achieving formula that literally, when you bring your mind to the level of your goal, when you're operating on the radio station of your goal, you cannot fail. It just comes to you. Love it.
Yeah, everything, like the moment you let yourself believe that you can achieve this, you know, when you have a goal and you obviously teach that the moment you start believing, you achieve it. The things will come to you, and Eva can help you do it. She will teach you how to believe in yourself.
I love it. So good. So listen, I mean, you said so much here. I think all we need to do is just ask those of you that are watching, like if you're watching this and you're right now in a corporate world that you don't like, you just feel unfulfilled. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you. They can tell you, well, listen, you're earning 3,000 or 5,000 per month or even 10,000. Why are you complaining? And yet something inside of you is just like, no, I'm just not really happy here. Maybe you're not doing what fulfills you. Maybe you're not seeing your children at all. And you're craving something more. Like you just have that feeling inside. There must be better way. So maybe you're dreaming to do what you love to do. Maybe you're dreaming to have some location free business so that you can be with your family. When you have, I really want you to think about this, when you have that desire, this is the proof that it's possible for you. You wouldn't be able to dream it if it wasn't possible for you. And all we do for you, we lay out a step-by-step process for you how to tune your mind to fulfill that. And we also help you with strategies, with community of high achievers, supporting you, cheering you on. And step by step, this is what, when you program your mind, is like an autopilot. Whatever you put in there, it has to happen. So we help you tune your mind to your goal. and it happens. And then you look back and you're like, my goodness, I was struggling in that full-time job for 10 years. I hated it and I just couldn't get out. And it was actually simpler than I thought, right? And more joyful than I thought. So if you're someone like this, if you're right now in a corporate world or working for someone else and you're dreaming to do what you love to do, you may not even know what that is. We can help you figure that out. Or maybe you do know what that is. We can bring it to fruition with you. If you want more time for your families, that's what's possible for you. However, everything starts with a decision. You know, this morning I was really thinking, what's the value of having a mentor, Diana. Yeah.
Better. I'm used to
And
it.
see,
Yeah.
you messed up with my mind now. I'm confusing this. So I was thinking, for me, hiring a mentor helped me relax in life. Hiring a mentor, you know, it was nearly like insurance policy that I'm going to achieve what I want. It made me feel really relaxed and peaceful inside because I surrendered to someone else's guidance, to an expert that knows what I need to do. I don't need to figure it out. It also helped me feel very confident every day. Like, I'm getting up and I know what I need to do. I'm not doing the guesswork. And also it helped me feel joyful and excited, because when you hire someone that you feel that can help you hit your goal, it's like your goal becomes a reality instantly, right? So for me, investing in yourself and allowing someone, an expert, to guide you to your goal is the best investment. The best investment. You literally relax, follow instructions, and enjoy the ride, and become a joyful human being.
Once you invest once, I think you keep investing like I did now in the next level,
Yeah,
the program, and it's amazing that what you can achieve. You just need to, if you have that little voice like I had, that I'm not happy, there's something I need to do with my life. If it's calling you, I would 100% invest, and Eva has like the Bob's program that will kind of guide you,
yeah,
one by one, step by step, you will get there.
I
It's
love that.
very easy to follow, and yeah, you can
Yeah.
just just do it.
Just do it. Exactly what Diana said. If you feel that you want more, then just take a step. And as we're speaking, one of the girls that was just like, I don't even know what you can help me with. And today she messaged me, I decided, to heck with it. I just feel I need to work with you. So let's do it. And really, we've got to trust our what we know inside. Like,
Yeah,
the,
intuition.
the analytics can tell us all sorts of things, the outside can tell us all sorts of things, but if you know you want more and you're not getting it by yourself, just invest in someone to guide you. So there is a link in the description of this video. Today is our final day of our workshop, and you can secure your special offer with click of a button. We hope you will do it for yourself, and you know what, you may as well impact your entire family, because Diana, her entire
So
family is
I didn't
transformed.
know who Bob was before I met you. So everybody knows Bob, but I didn't. And yeah, now my family, even my husband, knows who Bob is. And he was skeptical. He was so skeptical when I joined. Now he is like, okay, he really agreed with every word I say. He listens to me now because he can see
Mm,
how I changed, how my life changed to me.
I love that. There's a lot of women right here who are like, my husband doesn't approve. You don't need him to approve. Just ask
No,
him to
my
support you with
husband
your decision.
still doesn't know how much I invested.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
But
he
but
doesn't even know. All he knows is I feel amazing, and his income is growing.
yeah.
He doesn't even know why.
He has a happy wife. And when you show by your results, your husband gets interested as well. That's all you need to do. You don't need to change your husband. Just organize the money, invest, show by results, and then boom, magic happens. Thank you so much, Diana. I really, really appreciate you coming on here on Sunday and
Thank you,
sharing
Eva.
your heart out. And if you're watching this, make a decision today. Today is your day. We hope you'll do the right thing. Thank you.
And I'll see you on the other side. If you're creative in the mastermind, I will see you there.
Oh, yeah. Diana now leads a creative entrepreneur mastermind, so you can join and brainstorm with her every week.
Exactly.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Diana. Take care.
Bye.
Bye bye bye.